kind of dark. Greetings all, Shardvixen here. Sorry for the darkness. I don't have a lighting set up yet. Lighting. I don't have lighting set up yet for where I'm at, but I wanted to get back to you guys. That's probably better. It's been a couple of weeks since I think it's been a month or so since I last did a vlog. Alright, so there's my mohawk. It's about 4 inches high. When it gets about 8 inches high, I'll have to start braiding it. Except for those various times that I do spike it, which I will. What's the point of having a mohawk if you're not spiking it? That's the tallest I've ever had a mohawk. And then I had to grow it out. Because that's about 4 months worth of growth right there. You can't tell, but it's got little pinky stuff. So this is kind of a rambling, not really. It's kind of a special, hi, I'm back kind of thing. I am going to show you at the end, my PC, all the stuff that I'm doing, what I got set up, stuff like that. I'm slowly getting back into how I want to set things up. So, eventually, I haven't found my USBs yet, so I can't transfer from one computer to the other computer the videos I've already made. I got a new editor we're going to try out. It's a free one that Pippin plays. Go check him out over on his channel, Pippin Plays. An editor that he got that's free. So I'm going to try that one because I can't move Movie Maker to the new PC because, you know, Movie Maker technically doesn't exist anymore. You can find really old copies of it online, but you have to be careful because some of those can have viruses attached. So what I'm shooting for is I now have the PC pretty much up and running. I'm now going to learn how to use Kitra, which is the artwork, free open source artwork I replaced Fire Alpaca with. I didn't want to do two. And Fire Alpaca is a wonderful, wonderful free open source. But this one is created for people that want to work on animation. I think Fire Alpaca probably has a Fire Alpaca. I might go back to Fire Alpaca, but it is listed more for graphic artists than animation. We'll see. I have lots. My brain is filled with lots and lots of ideas. It is hard to sort the ideas out. So this year, for my channel, Shardvixen's Den, which started out as Grammy Plays Games, Shardvixen, is 5 years old. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of changing things up. Because it's really hard to do 5 years of, and, you know, kind of get to a spot where your wheels are grinding. You know, so, it is better, since it's a creative outlet for me to creatively change things up. I like playing games, so I'm going to share gameplay. There are way too many people out there. I mean, crafting's the same way. There are way too many people out there for crafting. What I have to do is find a niche where I am doing okay, and people can come and hang out and say hi and whatever. I have done better in the 5 years than I thought I would be on one side, but I've done not as well as I thought based on the kind of person I am. I need the channels. I just had a really bad fiber attack, and it was the idea of streaming that got me out of the bed. It's the idea of putting together my crafting area that gets me out of bed. I might move slower. I'm doing way better today than I was 2 days ago. 3 days ago. I might move slower. I have bouts of where I still just sit and stare at, you know, the thing. The interesting thing I noted is once I got my money, my SSI money, and I got SSI going, all of a sudden I didn't have that much to spend on it, really. I mean, I pay a big amount of my check goes to the household for me, so my daughter doesn't have to do it as much because she did it the whole time I was sick. Really, really sick trying to get money. But And I'm glad I have it, because if I was trying to work and I had this last week, I would have had to take a week off. And the dog just hit the tripod. So I would have had to take a whole week off. I would not have been able to get out of bed. Or get out of bed and go to work. I'd have been able to get out of bed, take care of my kids or whatever, because I did it. But it would have been a struggle. It would have been, let's all stay home day. You know, it would have been a real struggle. Go away. I'm not petting you. Do you need to go out? Oh, that's it. Hang on. Alright, my son's supposed to come and get her to take her out. Oh, sorry. My face is really bad on this side. I'm not going to show it to you, but you might be able to see bits of it down here. So, I have to keep my hands off of it. Yeah, touching. Anyway, where was I at? Channel stuff. So I got the new PC. I took some time off. I'm redoing stuff so I can figure out how I want to move forward for the next 5 years for my channels. Now, the next 5 years is going to see some big changes. My son is taking his own dang time. All right, so for the next 5 years, we're supposed to move in a year or so to the coast. That's the plan. My daughter's going to start a business. That's the plan. But you know how things go when you plan. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But we do need at least a 3-bedroom. We only have a 2-bedroom at the moment. That's a big, huge living room, as I will show you. So we're moving. We'll be moving. So all this stuff I've done, I'll have to move again. We're moving where Spectrum internet is the internet, and I haven't heard good things about that, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. And I may cut down my streaming amount by then. Who knows? I don't know how that's going to go. I like to play video games, so having the 3 days to play video games is great for me. But that's it. I can't play more than 3 days. Well, actually, I play 4 days, because on Friday evenings and afternoons, after I'm done doing some artwork, I tend to get on and make videos. I haven't been doing that because, like I said, everything's been kind of being switched over. I've been seeing a lot of weird trends of where I think people are probably watching more streaming out there than they are streaming stuff like HBO and Disney and things like that than they are watching YouTube, I feel. Because I'm not seeing the same amount of numbers of people. Not just on my videos, okay? Streaming my videos isn't a good way to count that, because usually the only people who come to see me are people who like me, not want to watch me play a game. Which makes sense, because I only watch people I like. I don't really watch them play a game. I just go to chat on the chat thing, so you have some interaction. Let's see. A little bit. But so in the 5 years, I've seen a big change. And if you think about the last 10 years for streaming, prior to me joining, which was kind of the peak, as what people have been saying, there's a whole change. I mean, you've got lots of different streaming places to go to now. Twitch has changed itself from what it was. YouTube has changed itself from what it was. DLive is, trying really hard to become something. You've got Trovo that's trying really hard to become something. I can't think of the other one right now on top of my head. I don't know if I want to span out any more than the 3 I have, just because it's Facebook's gaming. It's just, it's difficult for me. It's probably not difficult for other people, but it is difficult for me to get on top of the whole filling out your thumbnail and all that stuff. I want easy. I want simple. As it is, Restream tends to be problematic, but since I know it, I keep using it. I did forget something to show you on when we do at the end. This is my new keyboard. It's got all the pretty colors. It's pinky on the end down here. This was $30 on Amazon. It's rather lightweight. It's heavy. It's got metal on the back side of it. But the only thing I didn't replace is my mouse. I kept my own mouse from my before. And, I'm trying to, what else have I been doing? I got the Cricut all set up, so we'll be doing some of that. I'm going to do some finals. I'm going to start out with my name and then work on, I still am interested, excuse me, I'm still interested in doing the streamer kits where people who are not, like, say, at 1,000K, or even if they're at 1,000K, and they want to put together some little giveaway stuff that aren't too pricey. And so, like, I was going to sell little boxes of magnets, pins, whatever, for 20, 50, $100, and you could, inside that would be all the stuff that you could use as giveaways to your subs or followers. I'm going to try it first, see if it works before I move out to make it a business. And then I'm not doing things per se to make money off of. What I'd like to do is make enough money on it to put back into the supplies. But right now, a lot of stuff that I've been doing has been, the supplies have either been given to me, or I've gone to a recycle place, and for $20 you fill a bag of stuff. You know, so I've got embossing pins that way, I've got an embossing powder that way. I have bought stuff on sale to try it for myself, to see if I like it. I have to finish up some of my journals, so I want to do I started it, and then stuff happened, and I got to get that camera set up. And so I was all worried about my camera. Was like, it seemed like everything was blurry, but now I realize it's not my camera, it's just whatever you're watching it on and how it translates the pixels. Because on this PC, everything looks really good. On that PC, everything looks blurry. On my tablet, it looks really good. The bigger you go, the worse it looks, it seems. So what was I talking about? Anyway, so I'd like to be able to, in the long aspect of it, is have people put money in to replenish the stuff, and then within the next 5 years open up the little streamer kit business and see if that actually makes money. I don't know if it will. I mean, there's other things out there that can mass produce and make things for less money. It's nothing personal, okay? This is not in any way a jab to anything, but it's so odd to me that if you wanted to buy a cup with somebody's logo on it, the cups are like $15, right? With the logo too. Now I get that there's a cost that goes into that, but I'm thinking, you buy a cup, it probably wouldn't be a great cup. Let's just say you buy a cup from the dollar store, that's $1. I could probably get them cheaper at 50 cents a pop if I bought 12 of them. But you wouldn't want to buy 12 unless you knew you could get, from a different company, unless you knew for a fact that you could get rid of them. But let's say I buy a cup for $1, right? Now the most expensive part of making vinyl transfers to go on cups and drinking cups and things like that is the vinyl, really. I mean, if I figured in electricity and the cutting blade and everything, that's over a period of time of how many you could make at that point. But the vinyl runs about, if I don't get it on sale, okay, the vinyl runs about $10 or so, okay? But I get like 4 sheets out of that, and if you just wanted 1 cup, if you said 4 by, $10, that would be what, $2 something, right? That's the expense that went into making that. Then you add my expense, but, as an artist, you can't really you can only put what you think your time is worth. And if it only took me 5 minutes to make the damn thing, I'm not charging somebody $30 for that 5. That's just me. Okay, that's not I don't care about anybody else. Everybody else can do their thing. That's just how I see it. Especially if I was just going to make a cup anyway. Or make a couple of cups or whatever. Now, the thing about my steamer kits, though, of course, is that it may not look the same every single time. So if that's the thing you want, then going to a company that's going to charge $12 for a thing is good. Now, if the streamer is making $10 from that $12, that's good. Then that's fine. But if you're only making $3 from a $12 cup, then that's not so good. you know. But to each their own, because not everybody can make things. You still got to pay for somebody, and then I got to pay for shipping and handling and stuff like that. So I have to think about that too. Um, but we'll see. And then I'm still doing the store. That's a slow process because right now I'm going to be working on the Patreon. So I've just got, like I said, I got Kitra up. Once I get that up and I understand how to use it, then I'm going to make I'm going to make my pictures for my Patreon, and then I'm going to start making stickers and stuff like that, and then we'll be set to go. And I don't know how long that's going to take. I really don't. But this is just a check-in. I'm good. I have been sick off and on with fibromyalgia. I am doing okay on my eating. Every day is a struggle, of course. And I've been doing all right. I've gotten back into my exercise program, so I've been doing that for now 2 weeks. I took a big break off of it, so I'm sure that's part of why I'm seeing the attacks. Because fibromyalgia, depending on the it's like personal, like everything else. Depending on how you're affected by fibromyalgia. In my case, when I exercise, it hurts. I get sick. So I have to push through it, in which your exercising people are all like, don't do it if it hurts. I have to, because it's very hard to tell if I'm actually hurt or if it's just the fibromyalgia. So I keep working on those kind of things as much as possible to, do better. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of changes in my life. The changes are the struggling of trying to deal with fibromyalgia, of raising my boy is going to be 17 this year. My grandson's 7. My daughter will be 30. My sister is 56. She just had a birthday. Her and I are 6 months apart. Yes, no, we're not blood-related sisters, because your brain's like, how does that work? Well, it could work. I mean, that would mean probably our father is running around having babies everywhere, which, I don't know, maybe her father would. My father and I, it would be too much work for it. Would have been too much work. One was all he wanted. Control of one was better than control of many. But yeah, that was off topic there. Rambling. Anyway, so that's it. I am just trying to survive. Beyond survival. I am trying to have a pleasant time after 5 years of non-pleasant time and struggle through life. There's lots of things I still want to do. We're supposed to go to Hawaii. We'll see if that pans out. That's going to be a big anxiety issue for me. Because the logical side knows, but the unlogical side is like, what? But I like streaming because I like contacting with you guys. So if you make comments to me, you come to my Discord, you go to my Twitter, and we have a conversation, that helps an awful lot. I know everybody's life is busy, and I think most of the people who watch me are streamers or creators of their own, so they can't, it's hard to find the time to go and support people and do your own thing. So, if I haven't been by to visit you in a while, I will try. Make sure you put a thing that says, hey, you haven't come by and said hi or seen me in a video or said, whatever. I will try because I like to support people. Okay, so right now, the people I'm supporting is Cobra TV. We all, off and on, I like to go and check him out. I'm not into Star Citizen as much, but you guys could go, if you're into Star Citizen, I suggest you go take a look at him. I support Stretchy Cat. He plays a mishmash of games. He plays really bad games that people buy him, which are funny. I think he was doing a Bronco riding one that came from Italy, he said, which cracks me up. I mean, there's just some really bad games out there that people have made. I'm sure they didn't think they were bad games, and it thought that was a good idea, but yeah. Like he's done a Paw Patrol one, and he did a unicorn one. And unicorn one. Okay, and so then another guy that I just started watching the last 2 months, Chris Cruz. You should check him out. He's pretty good. He plays a lot of horror stuff, so I don't necessarily watch him all the time. I like to listen to him, and his chat's pretty funny. And he's rising pretty quickly, so he'd be the one to kind of watch if you like to watch people rise in, becoming thing. KJ Gaming from the Gepnik Game, Ivy Mike, Gaming Mike. SavJazz21 has not been doing much of anything, but you could go watch some of his old stuff and sub him if you wanted. Pippin Plays. Crimson Gaming is a new people. He used to be in the Gepnik gang, and he's not at the moment, but I'm sure he supports lots of people. He's doing his own thing. You could go check him out, him and Bonehead Gaming. Zany Janie. Love Zany Janie. My goal for the next year, after I get done with the project I'm doing, have been working on, is to make an intro and or outro that has all these people in it. And then I will just keep adding to it, and then pretty soon we'll have a whole movie of just, who do you support? I stop supporting people usually when they hit 1,000. On Twitch, not the same thing, but on YouTube, that's the thing. I won't sub them as much once they get to a certain point, because they don't need my sub anymore, really, to me. Once you hit 1,000, you don't need my one sub. Now, if everybody left, that would be a thing. Usually what I do is I become a subscriber in some way, or donate money, if I can. Alright, so that's it, everybody. Hi. Hi, Happy New Year, and let's look and see what happens for the next 5 years. Peace. Alright, so I wanted to show a picture of my new PC. Excuse the mess, I'm still sorting. This is much neater than it was. This is all my crafting stuff that I do when I'm sitting at my new desk, which is right there, covered by stuff. New monitor, new PC. Let's see if we get in a little closer. New mic stand. Mic stand. It is much better. It lowers down. See, I'll show you. See, I can't do it right now because something's in the way. Something's in the way. See, so I can sit right in front of me. Absolutely the best. $37 that stand was of the thing. So there's my PC. It's a rather large PC. I don't know if you can tell that. It's got all pretty lights in it. Now I can see when the dust collects so we can clean it. It's actually really easy to get into. This whole panel right here just comes right off, and then there you are. So I really like it. I got a new monitor. I will be picking up another monitor. That's my Wacom right there. I had to get speakers, of course. So what I have been doing is, if you look at all the stuff right there, and I'm still not done with this side right here. I'm not done right here. I have to go through all that. And then these piles are things that I'm going through. And there's our sewing machine, which has stuff on it, as always. Here's some more stuff I'm going through. This is my animation stuff. I use this for animation. I know you're thinking, oh, you need to get rid of stuff, but really, I have a very big living room area. So that's all the stuff right here. This set right here is all the stuff I do while I'm sitting in my chair. So like cutting and setting up and stuff like that. But all that stuff over there is craft stuff. And then I have the garage, which I can't show you because it's not set up conducive for that. Alright, so